You're watching Reality with the brand new Huawei S10P6 smartphone, which is the premium smartphone by Huawei now, even though it does not have LTE and it only costs 449 euros here in Europe and London. As we heard today, it's one of the best smartphones you've ever seen, actually, since it's actually the slimmest smartphone out there yet on the market. It's really beautiful device, as you can see here from the side. It looks a little bit like an iPhone, but we have on the bottom here this round design, which makes it quite nice to hold in your hand. Now on the top we have the micro USB and microphone. Actually on the back there's the camera with flash, and we have a beautiful metal back cover, and actually the whole thing is metal except for the bottom part where the antenna is. Now on the side we have here micro USB, actually micro SIM, micro USB, micro SD card reader, so you can expand the 8 gigs of internal space. You have volume control and on and off switch. On the top there's of course this standard design. And what's actually quite interesting about the phone is that you can actually take this part here out, and when you take it out you will have the headphone jack right there to listen to your music. You don't need any adapter, but with this part you can actually open up these two slots also, so you won't have to worry about not having this with you at any time. Let me put that back in. It's not that easy with one hand since I'm holding it with the other one, the camera. But since I already have it in my hand, let's just compare to the Apple iPhone 5 in thickness. You can see right away that's quite a tremendous difference right here. It's amazing. And of course in size the iPhone is a little bit smaller, but actually not much smaller, even though it's only a 4-inch screen and Huawei is a 4.7-inch screen. No, but compared to a 5-inch screen, the Huawei is again not too much. There's quite a difference actually between the Samsung and the Huawei. You can see it right here. On the bottom you have at least 2 millimeters, and here on the side also in terms of difference in size. And of course from the side you can see here again in thickness, Huawei is slimmer and also has a 2000 mAh battery, which makes it actually quite amazing. Now in terms of software, Huawei did also a lot. Let me just turn the device on, and then you can see here that we can not only drag to unlock, but right away when you're inside you have this beautiful screen where you have all your apps actually on here. You can go into these little folders and have your apps right there also, and there's actually no app window. You just have to press and you have all your apps. You have all your apps always on the desktop, but you can of course tell them to go to different folders. Now what's also quite interesting is when you touch and hold, you can not only set widgets, thumbnails and wallpapers, but also transitions, which is quite new. Like for example, you can just go to flip over, or I could say I want to squeeze. See, it's squeezing here the icons, looks quite interesting, and you can really choose your favorite or just change it every day. So this is again here just this kind of fade transition, looks quite beautiful. And again here a new thing by Huawei is that you can customize your home widgets area, where you can set, for example, here the weather, music right away, favorite contacts, and just a picture gallery. But you have a few options right here on the bottom, as you can see. So I could choose any of these to put right inside there, but of course I still have my regular widgets also, which I can choose by doing this, as we are used to from Android 4. Something. Actually, let's check what Android we have inside here. If I set the recent apps, you can see that there's no recent apps. That's why we have 360 megabytes use of the RAM, 2 gigs of RAM are inside in this 4.7-inch device actually. So let's check the settings. Of course everything here Motion UI looks a little bit different than you are used to maybe, but if I go to all the way to the bottom, we still have here this standard thing where you can see we have a quad-core CPU inside, 1280 x 720, and of course 4.2.2 as Android version. Otherwise, if we flip through the screens, we can choose either with the camera. Camera has a few interesting features, like for example, you have here the back camera with 8 megapixel, which is quite beautiful and fast. There's no problem with that. But you have here this beauty level, which you can turn on and off. Beauty level, I think, is most interesting when I look at myself. So you can see here, it's quite hot for me right now, so that's why the picture is a little bit red. But if I set the beauty level from all the way to the bottom, you can see my wrinkles here on the top of my head to all the way to the right. They go a little bit away, not too much, but it gets a little bit softer on the skin actually, which is of course quite nice if you do self-portraits. Otherwise, let's start up a game and then we will see how good the quad-core processor performs when we are gaming. You can of course make this bar actually go away, like you already know from the CES where that was first shown. So let's start a race. Nothing special, just to show you that gaming is also working quite good. So of course graphics, no problem here. You can see that there's of course some Huawei logos actually built into this game also. So branding is a big issue for Huawei right now, since they are not where Samsung is. But more and more people are getting to know Huawei, and with this one I think they will see that there's really beautiful devices that will come out soon. And actually let's quit gaming, I'm not a good gamer, but yeah, what else to show you? We have of course a beautiful keyboard, so let me just open up the browser. There is no Wi-Fi right now, but we can just open up the browser and you can see here this is really quite fast, and you can flip the screen also, and the screen flips also again. There's no swipe on right now, but there's of course here also a smiley button, which is actually again quite funny and interesting. And one more thing that's quite great about the Huawei S10 P6 is that you have different themes for your smartphone. Where you can choose, for example, I want a completely different theme here, just this Halo theme. You have of course a preview here, but if I don't like it I can just go back, and I could say I have the pink one, since there's actually a pink, white and black available, and I just want here to use this theme. And as I'm able to see, there says official, and I think you can of course only modify it for yourself or customize even the current theme, which is even more interesting to really change everything that you want to your profile, and maybe even share it with other people or share it to your next smartphone. So this was the Huawei S10 P6 here, one of the most beautiful smartphones I have ever seen. Slim, light, has all kinds of software features, and the LTE is coming actually in October and November for $449. It's right now available with 3G. Beautiful smartphone, I could play with it all day long. Thank you very much for watching. Till next time, please tune in again. My name is Balazs.